Okay, CEOs, you probably want to know, this is really important that you have a clear understanding of this. What is the role of investor relations? What is the role of your IR/PR? Okay, and it's not what you think it is. The reason why your stock is in the dumps, why it's not going anywhere, is probably because you may not have a clear understanding of this. Let me clear it up for you. Look, I've created over $1 trillion in wealth over the last 25 years, helping countless stocks increase by multi-baggers. Yeah, too many doubles, triples to count, 5Xers. I don't know how many countless 10 baggers, 20 baggers, 50 baggers, even a couple of 100X wins. And our clients have raised billions of dollars. Now, here's the thing you need to understand about IR. Let me put this in military terms. I'm in a peaceful place. I'm in Geneva right now. I guess this is a place where people make peace, but let's talk about, you got to think of this in military terms. Think of your IR as basically like special forces. Okay. You're talking about one or two people, right? Generally, if you have an IR firm, you're going to have one person working on your account, right? So what is their job? It's like special forces. Their job is to do reconnaissance, maybe see where they can direct airstrikes, artillery strikes. They might shoot a couple people, that type of thing. It's like the Green Berets. The Green Berets, JFK, when he set up the Green Berets or SEAL team, all that stuff, right? But they cannot take over a country. They can't hold ground. They can't win a war. Okay. Special forces cannot win a war by themselves, or you can't have a team. Even if it's five guys, they can't take over a country, right? However, yeah, what do? By the way, I'll give it to you real quick. What they can do, what they should be doing for you. I want you to know, make sure you get your money's worth. Number one, they should be writing effective. Not only should they be writing press releases for you, but they should be planning out a campaign strategy. They should be really have a strategy to do at least 3+ press releases a month. There is no reason why they can't come up with ideas. That's what they should be doing, by the way. They should be coming up with ideas for writing these news releases, and they should be very effective. Very few IR people know how to write good press releases and campaign and strategize. It's just the way it is. Look, I've done this for clients. I've written headlines that have helped stock double overnight. I'm happy to help you. Take a look at your press releases, see what needs to be tweaked. Listen, words are powerful. A couple little minor tweaks can make a massive difference in your stock valuation. Just the About Us description can make a massive difference. Trust me on this. Ask any of my clients. Now, they should be strategizing on press releases. They should be doing some strategic outreach to the buy side. If they have any contacts, they should have contacts, right? Ideally, they should have. Again, you got to really find out, because a lot of these guys are full of shit, but they need to have contacts with appropriate buy side people who might be good prospects for your stock. Realistically, it's unlikely that they have this, because unless they're super specialized, it's just not the way it works, right? It's not like, say I don't know, let's say you're a biotech stock. There happen to be a few biotech IR firms that specialize in this, but if you hire a generalist firm, they don't have the contacts. Or if you're a tech firm, it's very hard to find the right IR firm that has those specialized buy-side contacts. It's just not the way it works, right? In theory, it should, but okay. So they should be setting up meetings for you. They should be helping you script some of your maybe earnings calls. That's very important. They can help you script earnings calls so you say a couple of the right things. It's very important. And answering basic investor questions, you get calls. You may have some calls, some emails. So they should handle that if you have a high volume type of thing. There's only a handful of companies that really need this, that if you're trading millions of shares a day, you may need somebody to handle this, but otherwise you don't need it. Here is the problem. Here's the problem that you run into. The reason why even the best IR firms cannot move your stock up really is because they don't have the firepower. Okay. It's not what they're set up for. They're really strategic organizations. Okay. They're supposed to do, again, press releases, maybe set up meetings with the right people, screen for the right analysts, money managers, that type of thing. Okay. But in order to move a stock, again, let me repeat this very carefully. I just want to be 100% clear with you, 100% clear. In order to move a stock, you must have scale. You must be able to scale to new audiences, meaning you need to reach 200,000 plus new eyeballs every month in order to move a stock. Okay. Minimum. You need 200,000. That's a lot. Okay. The reason why most of these IR firms or promoters, whatever you want to call it, why they run out of steam within 30 days or a couple months after you hire them is because everybody has a limited audience, right? We all have a limited audience. Even Wall Street Reporter, my company, has a limited audience. We have 100,000 on our email list. We have a limited audience. In order for us to move stocks, we have to scale those audiences. We've got to get fresh eyeballs. Okay, so our email list that's 100,000, right? So how do we move stocks? Why is it that we're able to do this? We use something called new syndication programs. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details of this. It's a little technical, but basically, we're leveraging the shareholder bases of companies which have massive, not only are they trading massive volumes, millions of shares a day, but they have 50,000 plus shareholders, things like that. And we're able to put you in front of their shareholders as long as there's a fit. There has to be a fit. We go through a whole program. I'll share with you details. I can show you examples of this. It's a little hard for me to, I'm not the most articulate person, as you've probably have figured out from watching this video. I'm not the best at explaining something, but if I can show it to you, okay? And when we do this, okay, the bottom line is the results are powerful. The results are super powerful. We're getting 200, every time we do this, we get about 50,000 plus eyeballs on your stock. And we do this between 2 to 4 times per month, depending on what kind of program you're using. 200,000 eyeballs, right? Now, it's accumulative, right? So we do this month after month, week after week, 200,000 eyeballs per month, 50,000 per week. You do this over 6 months, that's over 1 million new investors looking at your stock, okay? Now, what does that mean? First of all, out of those million, how many are going to buy your stock on the first day? 0.5%. You're going to get a couple thousand shareholders. You'll get $10 million worth of cumulative buying coming into your stock. That is enough to move your stock, by the way. That's enough. That's how we get these 10x moves, okay? It's not by accident. I do this consistently. It's not luck. Look, I've had 9 stocks in the last 18 months that went up between 10x and 50x, okay? What has your IR firm done in the last 2 years? I know it's been a good market. But what have they done? And by the way, I'm only working with 30 companies. I'm not working with 2,000 companies. So it's not luck. There's a consistency here, right? So here's what happens. I hope you're paying attention. You're going to get a couple $1 million, whatever it is, $10 million worth of cumulative buying. But here is the big thing that I'm looking for. Here's the big thing. Here's the secret ingredient. That those million shareholders, a percentage of them will also put your stock on their watch list. They're going to put your stock on their watch list. Why is that important? Because what that means is when you actually accomplish milestones, and I'm assuming you're actually going to do something, right? I'm assuming you can actually accomplish things, you can execute. If you can't execute, just stop watching the video. We have nothing to further talk about. But if you can execute, that means that those investors are going to buy your stock when they see positive news flow. And that is the name of the game. That's the name of the game. We want buyers of your stock at higher and higher prices. If you do, in fact, execute and you reach milestones, your stock will be going up. Okay. And why is it going to be going up? Because we're going to be putting out that news to massive audiences. We're going to amplify your news. We're going to amplify your news flow. The problem you have right now is nobody sees your news. When you put out a press release, the only people who see it are your existing shareholders, nobody else. You think that you put something out on Business Wire, Globe Wire, just because it goes on Yahoo Finance, you think somebody's going to see it? No, the only people who see it are those who are following your stock right now. And how many are following your stock at this moment? I don't know. Could be maybe 1,000, maybe a few hundred if you're lucky, right? I mean, if you're a 100 million market cap company, it's probably a couple hundred people. Why else would, who else is going to follow your stock? But with our program, it's a systematic approach. Again, it's systematic, like a Swiss clock, like a Patek Philippe, okay? Like a Patek Philippe perpetual calendar. This thing works. It's a system. You're going to get thousands of people watching your stock. And as you execute, we amplify your news. They see it. Now you're getting tens of thousands who are going to be seeing your accomplishments. They're going to take action. They're going to buy your stock at higher and higher prices. And that's how stocks go. This is exactly how we create multi-bagger wins. 5X. Look, if your company is undervalued, we can definitely help you. And specifically, I'm looking for stocks that are undervalued where we can help them close that valuation gap. I want to help you close the valuation gap so you stop suffering. Right now, because you're undervalued, you don't realize this. costing you millions of dollars. It's costing you millions and millions of dollars. How is that? You're missing opportunities, right? Literally, this minute, it's costing you millions of dollars as I'm talking to you because you're missing opportunities to raise capital at compelling valuations instead of doing it here where your stock is probably now. Maybe you can't even raise money because it's so cheap and you have no liquidity. If you have no liquidity, you're done, right? What we do is we create massive liquidity, massive volume, trading volume. Just take a look. I'm happy to share with you examples, before and after screenshots of trading volume, US, Canada, world markets. What else are you missing? You can't hire top talent. You're not going to get top talent because if you're a tech company, let's say you're competing with the likes of, I don't know, let's just say, I don't know, Google, Facebook, I don't know, countless startups that have raised millions of dollars and giving employees options. Those superstar employees, they want to join winning companies. They want to join companies that are on the move. Okay. They want to join blue sky potential. If your stock is stagnant and it's going down, you're not getting that top talent. But if your stock starts moving up, your stock doubles, triples, when you're recruiting those employees, you can show them that chart. Say, look, we're going to the moon. We are going to the moon. You can join us. You can join us on the trip to the moon. They're going to join you. They will join you. This is exactly how our clients have attracted that top talent. Again, look, your stock, the stock price is the tail that wags the dog. It's the tail that wags the dog. Look, be honest with yourself. If your stock was trading 5 times higher, how would your business be transformed if you could raise capital to fund growth? If you could get those superstar employees, if you could make acquisitions, you can buy out your competitors right now. Not now, you can't do it now, but if your stock was 5 times higher, 10 times higher, you'd have access to cheap capital. You can buy cash flow, you can buy earnings. You can totally transform your business, create epic generational wealth. So that, my friends, is what Wall Street Reporter does. That's why they call me the $1 trillion man. Get in touch. I'm happy to share some ideas with you and see if we can help you. And by the way, we got a course coming up, a webinar called Double Your Stock Price in 60 days. I guarantee you will double your stock price in 60 days if you take this webinar. What have you got to lose? You can do what you're doing now, or you can try something new.